Welcome to all viewers on la chaîne géopolitique. So I would like to make a series of video on the Turkish influence, which is probably one of the most influential player in the geopolitical field right now. And I would like to take two examples of this Turkish influence, which is seen by some critics as a Turkish interference through two events. The first one is a presidential election in northern Cyprus, and the second one is through the diplomatic spats between Turkey and some Arab Gulf states. So let's start with what's happening today in the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, which is recognized only by Turkey, which holds a two-day presidential election. So usually those president elections in Northern Cyprus does not interest anyone except in the 300,000 inhabitants of Northern Cyprus. But this year, those elections actually this year are much more important, let's say, than usual, due to the fact that 3 days ago, a very spectacular announcement has been made in Ankara by the incumbent Prime Minister, Mr. Tatar, which announced from Ankara when he visited the President Recep Tayyip Erdogan that he will reopen the Varosha beach. So at first glance, it doesn't seem so exciting from a geopolitical side to talk about the reopening of a beach. But actually, it's a very much more significant announcement that it seems actually this place, Varosha, it's a ghost town in Cyprus, which has been at standstill since 1974, meaning that actually things have been left as it is since the war which opposed the Turkish army towards the Cypriot army. Why? So simply because actually Turkish Cypriot wanted just to maintain, let's say, the possibility of negotiation between them and Cyprus, because they never wanted to endanger any prospect of reunification. But we have to say that during the terms of the incumbent president Mustafa Akinci, the negotiation between Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and the authorities in Cyprus have stalled. No progress have been achieved, and even worse than that, over the last 6 months, due to the health reasons, due to the ongoing pandemic, the Cypriot authorities have closed the checkpoints or border between Northern Cyprus and Cyprus, preventing thousands of North Turkish Cypriot workers from working in Cyprus, which is much more developed economy than Northern Cyprus, and also preventing people who would like to visit North Cyprus from entering from the Republic of Cyprus. And to add even an additional layer of this very terrible situation, the international airport of Ercan, the only airport in northern Cyprus, has been closed since 6 months now. So meaning that currently there are absolutely no foreign tourists in northern Cyprus. So the economy is totally collapsing due to the lack of revenue and the lack of tourism. So meaning that simply right now the Turkish Cypriot economy is totally reliant on the financial transfer coming from Turkey. Without this financial transfer, simply the state of Northern Cyprus would not be able to pay the salaries of civil servants. You have to keep in mind that a civil servant make up around 60% of the Turkish Cypriot workforce due to the lack of job in this country. Most people have been hired as civil servants, which are paid by the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, which is actually financial help by Turkey. But this financial help right now is should have some, let's say, return for Turkey. Turkey cannot continue paying without any return, if I can say like that, for free, if I can say, those Turkish Cypriot, because during years, Turkey has actually encouraged prospect of reunification, like in 2004, when President Erdogan supported and the Turkish Cypriot administration supported prospect of reunification, which has actually been supported by the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus by 60% and rejected by Greek Cypriot by 84%. And so now that the fact that the prospect of reunification seems very far away or even unrealistic, it's likely that now Turkey is pushing its own agenda for annexation of this territory, meaning that this northern Cyprus would be part of the Turkish territory, and that would be the price, if I like to say, to pay for Turkish Cypriot for that Turkey continue helping northern Cyprus. And what is actually the ultimate goal of Turkey? It's like that, due to the fact that northern Cyprus owns a lot of gas resources next to the coast of northern Cyprus, it is now really in the interest of Turkey to annex this territory, and let's say to have the right to exploit the resources next to the North Cyprus coast. And that's why it's exactly why I say that this year those presidential elections in Northern Cyprus will be much more important than usual, due to the fact that it will be interesting to see how the voters of this breakaway republic will react to a possible annexation of Turkey. So it will be interesting to see whether the incumbent prime minister, Mr. Tatar, and the fact that he wants to be close or even to be annexed by Turkey, it will be interesting to see how the Turkish Cypriot voters will react to such a proposal from the prime minister, or they will prefer, let's say the platform from the incumbent president or the incumbent foreign minister, Mr. Ozersay. Both of them have their own parties, and their own parties support talks with the Republic of Cyprus. So it will be really interesting to see the result, the outcome of this election, and to see whether those elections can result either in a rapprochement with the Republic of Cyprus, or in a rapprochement with Turkey, or even with an annexation with Turkey, that's why some people describe this Turkish influence during those elections as in Turkish interference. And it was a word used actually by the Turkish Cypriot foreign minister, Mr. Ozersay, which has actually resigned from the government after the announcement of the Russia reopening beach, and from the incumbent president, Mr. Akinci, which described those announcements as a Turkish interference in the electoral process of Northern Cyprus. We will so follow those elections and to see the result over the next, how it could result and what could be the result of those elections over the next days.